literally can't even more. You guys don't even know. Oh, okay. This right here is my 4th time shooting episode 55. The first time, great, did the whole thing, 45 minutes, exported it, edited it, had it ready, I deleted it. Had to start a reshooting today. About 30 minutes ago, I was talking to you for 20 minutes, or you, quotes, 20 minutes, looked at my camera, I'm like, wait, where's the red light? Wasn't recording the video. Turned around, deleted the old voice, went over there, turned that red light on. I see it now, the red light's on. I start talking to you guys for another 25 minutes. I look down. I'm not recording the audio. Lesson in slowing down. I think I would benefit from slowing down by just talking to you guys, and I would benefit from slowing down in my life like that. You know, I used to have horns on my head, like Hellboy. Yeah, when I was a young kid, because I would not slow down. I don't know how to use brakes. Like I told you, I'm either 100 or 0. That's literally how I always been. I was running through the house at 100 miles an hour, and I wasn't gonna slow down. There's no need to slow down, so I was waiting for a dead stop, and I'd use my head, boop, right on the wall to stop, and I literally would have bumps, or like legit bumps, looking like I'm getting ready to prepare to bulge out my horns like Hellboy, dead ass. That's the type of kid I was and still am. The energy, like my mom said, I'm very excitable, like a gas. Very excitable. So maybe I have to work on that. But new segment we're gonna do at the top of the show is called "How Have You Been?" Whether that's just a monologue with me or a dialogue with my other guest, we're gonna check in and basically just kind of like we used to, kind of paying homage to Willful Optimistic and Happy Campers. And you gotta remember, like, mental health is not on the forefront of my shows no more. Comedy is, right? We're trying to have a good time here, trying to kick it back. But you know what? We gotta be realistic. Not realistic. We wouldn't want to be remiss by just focusing on that, right? I mean, we might as well talk about real topics too, a little bit here and there, but make them a little bit of fun. So how have I been recently? And that's what this is going to lead into, the whole monologue here a little bit. But I have not been well. I have not been well. I didn't know this, like dead ass. I didn't consciously know that I've not been well, but my actions would show otherwise. 6 days ago, I was waking my granny up, and it was around 8:30, so the sun should be up, right? And here in Minnesota, and she's like, when's the last time we've had sun? I feel like we haven't had a lot of sun. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. I keep a sun journal because I know, especially during the winter times, as it is now here in Minnesota, I know I struggle a lot with low sunlight. I'm an outside guy during the summer and spring and fall, whatever. So I usually get a lot of a gardener. I like to do sports outside, always outside. Used to do a lot of jobs outside, driving, so I'd be in and out outside, always outside. So always getting sun, at least the most that I can. And so I have a journal, and I looked at it, and I'm like, yeah, we've had 3 hours in the last 16 days, dead ass. 3 hours in the last 16 days, and it was between like 11:30 to 2:30, so 3 hours in the middle of the day. Thankfully, I was out working, so I was able to get it, but literally 3 hours in 16 days. That's so bad. And I was looking back at my other journal, looking back at my morning journal and how my past days and how I've been feeling, and I was like, looking back, the last few weeks, you could see myself doing a little bit less work, reporting myself doing a little less work, working out a little less, XYZ, just doing everything a little less. And like I said, it's because it's so gradual, it just slips right by. I don't even know what's going on. And then, so that was the first check, was my grandma. I was like, oh my God, you're right. Shoot. I'm like, damn it, I've been recording this sun journal, but I haven't really been looking back. And that may sound weird, but dude, this is what I tell you, the importance of sun for me, and it's probably for most people too. Again, I'm not huge into nutrition no more, but for myself, I've been analyzing my own behavioral patterns. And then 2 days after that was my second wake-up call to how am I doing. I was editing videos right in here, and my mother walks in. I'm like, what's up, Ma? What's up? And she pulls up a Patron bottle, and she's like, are you drinking my Patron? I'm like, yes. I'm 22, by the way, so shut up. People are like, some people think I'm 25. Thank you. But I'm actually 12, and that's why I get pit stains no matter what, because I'm still going through pubes. I'm not prepubescent. No way. Anyway, so she comes in and says that. I'm like, yeah, man, I did. Like, and then she's like, oh man, come on, this is my Christmas present that I got. I'm like, yep, I know. And she's like, it's expensive. I'm like, yeah, I know. No, that's why I'm drinking it, baby. Shit, I'm literally so selfish and such like a jackass. That's literally kind of how it goes through my brain. And she's not mad about that. She's more concerned about me. Because she goes, I literally just took up my vodka bottle 2 days ago because I saw you drinking it. And she had this massive 175 of this. And she's like, why was I drinking all this? I wasn't drinking all this much because it was downstairs. It could have been me, her, my dad. It could have been anybody, doing shit. And so then she's like, that was you too? I'm like, yup. And then she's like, what the hell, And I'm like, yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know. She said, what should we do? What do we got to do? What do we got to do? Not in the terms of like, won't you take more liquor? No, but in the terms of like, what's going on? What the fuck is going on? Because I told her that many times. She knows that. For me, personally, it's one of my vices. Booze is one of my vices. It's probably most people's vices. But it's not my like favorite vice. It's like at the bottom tier. So if I'm drinking booze, I'm doing bad. That's how I say it. I'm like, I'm doing bad because thing about liquor is it fucking works. If you're feeling sad, that shit works for 30 minutes and then it exacerbates it and makes it completely worse once you sober up. And then most people, right, that's the perpetual cycle, through time until you get your shit figured out or you have a desire to change. But booze is not my go-to. Because we have our daily vices. I mean, people like, a sandwich can be your daily. No, that's not immoral. I guess maybe there's not. I don't know. I don't know. That's up for debate. I don't know. But it's my least favorite one. So she knows that too. So she's like, what's going on? She's like, you're going back to booze now? Like what? Like this is a lot of booze you've been drinking these last 4 days. Jesus Christ. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and I'll just do that. I'll just have like binges. I binge, like I said, I binge at 100 or I binge at 0. I don't know. It's obviously like my mom knows it. I have an excitability factor. You guys probably seen it over the years. If you followed me, I'm probably woo, and then like that. I'm not bipolar, and I'm not bipolar, and I'm not taking offense to that. But I'm just saying that could be offensive to people who actually are, because like extremely manic and depressive episodes. That's real stuff. That's not what I have, and I'm not trying to. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to take away from them. That's a legit problem they have. Again, that sounded bad, like a problem. Like I'm not trying to be a jackass. Like, that's a real thing. Just like some people, set my desk all straight. I have OCD. No, that is extremely insensitive to people who have. Just OCD is a real thing. My cousin has OCD. She would literally wash her hands 35 times in an hour, pick her whole entire eyebrows, one by one. Crazy stuff like that. That's real, and she needs, real psychological help. She's been hospitalized, XYZ. That's OCD. Don't be coming here with your bullshit. Oh yeah, I like to, touch all my hands one time. I tie my shoes the exact same way. Shut up. That's not OCD. Anyway, what can we do? And I'm like, we gotta get rid of it. For me, it's clear liquor, vodka, gin, or tequila, as it was in that such. Those are going down. They look like water. They're going down like water. And they do, dead ass. And especially with a little bit of strawberry lemonade, as I like. And they go down. And then so does my whole mood and the rest of my days. What are you going to do when you're drunk? You can't drive nowhere. You can't go nowhere. What the fuck are you going to do? You're not functional, really. I mean, I edit videos, I guess, sometimes. But that's really it. I'm not really in a creative flow. I'm a douche, in my opinion. You do you. You, amen. Amen. Do you. Yo, yeah. Yo, I'm the chef. If for people who are not watching on YouTube, I look dope today. She cleared the whole liquor cabinet out, and I'm like, damn. That was my last wake-up call. She was able to help me. She was able to help me have that wake-up call and help me help myself. And now she gives me like a little bit of check-ins here and there. She just ask me. She's not intrusive. She's not an intrusive mother. She's not going to like. She wouldn't even, I don't even think she'd be the person to like come down here. I guess if it was serious, she would. But like, she walked down here right now and I was drinking. She wouldn't like take the glass away. She would sit here and just sit. Like, what's going on? Because that's just like that's like whacking at the leaves once again. If she just takes the bottle away, takes it all away, that's whacking at the leaves. I think she's smart enough to know, right? I think because I know too, and that's the way we talk. There's something deeper. We got to get to the root of this. Otherwise, he's just going to do it again. I may take this bottle, then he's going to go get another bottle. I'm old enough to go buy, so go buy another bottle, right? So she won't do that. She would sit down and probably be like, hey, well, what's going on? Because we've talked about a lot of that stuff. And I hope that for everybody, that if it's not your mother, if it's not your girlfriend, your wife, whatever, your best friend, I hope you have somebody. If it's not your coworker, maybe you're really close with one of your coworkers. Maybe they are one of your friends now. But I hope everybody has that. But if you don't, the point I'm getting at here is that even though she helped me get rid of those bottles, she knows she has to help me help myself. It all has to be, change has to be done within. They're so cliche. You know why shit's cliche, right? The word of cliche is it's something that's overused. Why is something that's overused? Because it's true. You know, people say in their different ways. You know, if you look at all religions, right, they have a lot of things that are really similar, even spirituality and stuff like that, right? It all connects. It's like, you know, maybe there's some truth to all that. Oh, it's cliche. No, maybe there's some truth to it. That's why it's said so freaking much. And so, you know, she'd help myself. And I hope you have someone that can be that mirror and, you know, hold that mirror up for you. But hey, man, look at yourself in the mirror. But if you can't, I guess, you know, maybe this is it. Maybe this is me virtually telling you that you're loved, you're worth something, and you got to do that yourself. How have you been recently? Look in the mirror and actually ask yourself that, man. I've done that a lot. Staring at yourself in the mirror, but not just for 30 seconds. Like looking at yourself in the mirror. First off, you know when you walk around your house and you've been in your house for 15 years, you're like, oh my God, I've never really noticed the fact there's a penis on the wall. I've never seen that before. You know, you just notice something new, and that's what you're gonna do when you really stare at yourself in the mirror and you just like look at yourself. I don't know, you know, I'm not getting spiritual on you, but you'll know, like, damn, I'm ugly. You know, that's what most of you're probably gonna realize. So just trigger warning. That's what I realized. No, but you know, you might notice, oh my God, you know, what did I notice? Oh, this tooth. One of these tooths, I noticed that this tooth is higher right there. This tooth is much higher. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that tooth is much higher. I noticed that, you know, anyway, but it allowed me to like really look at myself. It felt like I was talking to myself in like a real way, even though I always do, but I'm just talking to the air. But now I'm actually looking at myself. So you got to help yourself. How have you been recently? Ask yourself in the mirror. I hope that's been, you know, good. That's one of our newer segments. We got some more segments. Let me share that with you guys. Let me pick up the mood a little bit here. So, you know, we're going to start having guests. We had Frankie on in the last episode here. Dawson Pittman, I just made him a video. I went to his house, so he's going to come over here soon and make a podcast. And so are Tate and Jordan, you know, the ones I make some of those other clips with, my videographer and lighting and sound guys, and friends, good friends. But I guess some other stuff. These top ones here are kind of like, you've heard them before, but I think they would be nice conversation starters, especially when like I love Frankie, but even he said like, it's tough. He's not used to that. And he's so much more energetic and enjoyable in real life, and it's just because he doesn't do it that much. You know, it's natural. I was like that way too. I'm probably still shyer than I actually am in real life, because it's awkward. You're in front of a camera. It's new, so you gotta get used to it, right? That's why I want to start getting on stage, open up bars so I can start doing stand-up, because I know I am not gonna feel comfortable until at least 100 tries. And 100 tries, I mean, think about it. If you could knock out 10 in a week, and that's 10 weeks. I got to do 10 weeks until I'm starting to feel, and 100 sets. You know, you imagine 50 people in each of those. That's, you know, 5,000 different people looking at you. That's a lot of people. So I can't wait to start getting used to that and do some stand-up. Ladies and germs, isn't that a stupid fucking saying? This show is affiliated with Get Upside. Do you have a car? Well, you gotta fill up, right? You got to get the gas. You gotta get to where you're going. So you might as well Get Upside. Get Upside is a gas-saving app that gives you discounted gas per gallon for all of your checkouts. Right now, there's a few areas. Look at these ones around me right now. I got a 7 cents offer. I got a 10 cents offer. I got a 15 cents offer at Speedway. Marshall, the promo code Marshall8455, and get 15 cents off per gallon on your first purchase. You know, like I said, 7 cents off per gallon, 10 cents off, or 15. You know, the deals aren't always up. They come every now and again. I mean, there's always a deal to find, always. But they're anywhere from 7 to like 22. Sometimes you can find up to 22. But you know, I drive so often, so I'm able to partake in those deals more often than the average person, because I'm always driving. I always got to fill up. So that's pretty cool. And you can always work your way around. The more you have this app, the better you're going to get at it. The more and more you're going to save. Super cool. Keeps your number, or keeps your total right up in the corner there. And at the end of your year, you can literally just click on that and you can cash out any way you want. Doing a bunch of cool little gift cards you can get. Amazon, XYZ. You can scroll down and go to PayPal if you have PayPal, or you can get a mail check, or you can just shoot it straight to your bank. Super cool, super convenient. You got to fill up. You might as well save. I literally save anywhere from, you know, $1.20 to literally up to like $1.80 cents per gallon. Also, they have food too. They have groceries, man. They got grocery stores. They have restaurants. Literally, the Little Caesars right next to me has 45% cash back. Wendy's in the Twin Cities here has 36. Burger King has 36. That's crazy. Might as well, if you're gonna eat, you might as well save. You're stupid if you ain't getting the Get Upside promo code Marshall8455 to get 15 cents off per gallon on your first fill up. Super easy app to use. Get Upside. Marshy Marsh, Marshall8455, promo code to get 15 cents off a gallon for your first fill up. And now back to the show. So here's some stuff. Here's some segments I want to throw in maybe two truths and a lie. It's kind of boring, kind of cliche, overused, but I think it would spark some people to do it. Maybe I'll just throw this in. Leave me the comments what do you like of these or not, and leave in the comments how you've been. We can check in with each other. Would you rather or would you? Also, like, would you? So you'd be like, for $50,000, would you do X, and then see if they would, or how much money would you need to do X? Top fives and top tens. What needs to start and what needs to stop? So you'd be like, can we start this, please? And can we stop this, please? Okay. That could be pretty funny. And then these two are definitely coming in. I've already talked to people about these. These are dope. And it's going to be either or. It's going to be the guest choice every single time. But it's between riffin' and rippin', which is a 30-second rap freestyle. We'll all go the same beat, back and back and back. Or it'll be a scene acting, where we will read a screenplay of a famous scene in probably comedy or drama, whatever. We'll just have some fun with it, Kind of like people used to do on TikTok with Step Brothers, kind of stuff like that, exactly like that. But I don't think my guests would even know. I won't even put the title or really the real names. We'll just read, and then they'll see, where's this from? And we'll try and make it as funny as we can. I got that from Bad Friends, from Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino. I actually really like that. It's pretty cool. And then once we get into other stuff, like, how have you been? I want to, check in again. I want everyone to make sure they're doing good. That's why I like comedy, bro. Because comedy and me, again, I'm really into philosophy and really into psychology. And comedy allows me to share psychology and philosophy in hopes to better yourself, but through an entertaining, comedic way. To entertain you. You don't even know maybe you're learning. Like one of my idols is, probably cliche to say this, but it's George Carlin. Phenomenal comedian. The man, woke would be the word that you would use back then, but he could say things back then you'd probably get in trouble saying now. But I hope that changes too, because I think attention is a lot of it, man. It really is just where are you coming from with this, and it's context and XYZ, but comedy adds relief. That's why comedy is a lot of people's coping mechanisms, right? In the middle of a funeral, bad event, or whatever, someone will crack jokes. It's because we're all insecure, and for that person, me, and many other people, right, our insecurity is to crack a joke or to laugh or to find something funny about it, because to live in this heavy situation scares us. It scares everybody. Some people drink, some people, everyone finds their own vices. Everyone has their own coping mechanisms, defense mechanisms. A lot of people's are comedy, but comedy can be used in an intelligent way to break down barriers and in my perspective, unite people and bring people together, man, and laugh over similar things. Again, it's all intention. I think there are a lot of nasty comedy and nasty stuff that's going on, and a lot of things in general that's going on, but that's a cultural issue deeper than comedy. But anyway, that's a little heavy. There's there too. But I want to, check in with people. What do you struggle with most? I used to ask that question all the time, and I really like that one because that's the one I got the most comments on from people who viewed what they said, and that's the ones I took away the most because I respect people that I have in here. And for me to sit down in front of their face and ask them, "Hey, man, how have you been recently?" And XYZ, what do you struggle with most, and how do you remedy that? I think that's I get a lot away from that. Because again, when you get to see them and you can see the authenticity and the rawness and it's their anecdote and you're like, I'm going to try that. I think that's a healthy way to look at it and a healthy way to remedy your sadness. And then one of the another questions is, how do you remedy your sadness? And then, how you been lately? So I want to start asking those. But rippin' and riffin', 30-second freestyle. Let's pick up the spirits a little bit. Let's go over to the stage and let's get this shit going.
Everybody, the beat about to drop, yeah. The beat about to drop, don't stop. Yo, the beat about to drop, let's go. Yo, Let me hit the flow and make some dough. Yo, you can scream no more. Wow, wow. Put your hands on the floor. Yeah. Yo, it's time to rap. It ain't time to crap. I don't take poops. Yo, I time to nap. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm making money. Honey bunny, you so funny. A rhyme, simple words with that. I'm like matter hat. Oh, for matter of fact, I'm like Dr. Seuss. Yeah, cause I don't have a deep dictionary vocabulary. Yeah, I ain't Eminem, even though my name is Marshall. Yo, he does it better, but me and me forever. Yeah.
I hope you guys don't. I hope you guys had fun with that. I hope you don't sense any bad energy. Good guys, I need to just slow down. I don't know what's going on with me today. I had to do that 3 times. I had to do the rap 3 times because I forgot to start something or forgot to plug something in. And then now, I just got back here and sat down and I did not 15 minutes, but I did like about 10 minutes and I didn't start the fucking camera. Seriously, I'm trying to. It's Friday. It's Friday for me. I don't know when you listen to this, so I'm trying to relax. And guess what? That's all on me. So I don't know who I have to be blaming, man. That's all on me. Literally, this is probably my 12th time trying to do this episode 55. It takes 1, usually. It's been 12. So I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I'm not doing well, so it's time for me to help myself. Time for me to look in the mirror and be like, what's going on? How have you been? And why do you think you've been that way? Just not been doing well. God, I don't know what's going on. Just slow down. Take a breath sometimes, take a step back, be able to reflect and look and say, Jesus, Weezus, Preezus, McGeezus. Just kind of relax. So this is kind of a shorter one. Hope you guys kind of had fun with this one. I hope you, what else? And maybe there's some other stuff I got here, man. Yeah. I got some stuff to say. Okay, so let's talk about pity a little bit, and give yourself a chance. Okay, so no one gives a fuck about your pity. I don't know if somebody's ever told you that, but not your mom, not your dad, not your closest friends, not your significant other. This is universal. I know this is scientific facts. Okay, nobody gives a shit about your pity. Nobody cares. It's annoying. The reason I always tell my friends, like, if you're ever late or we're trying to do something or whatever and you cancel, I don't give 2 fucks about your excuse. There's no such thing as excuse to me. I'm not like that. I'm all like, David Goggins be like, there's no such things as excuses, man. You get up every morning, you do the work. No, I don't mean that. I literally mean every excuse, legitimate or not, there's no such thing to me, is irrelevant. We're not doing the such thing now. I'm moving on. You do your thing. Move on. I don't need an excuse. There's just no need. If you're going to be 10 minutes late, you text me, hey, I'm going to be 10 minutes late. Not, hey, I'm going to be 10 minutes late because traffic is slow, because my mom said this, because I don't give 2 flying freaks. Who cares? They're stupid. I'm not hating on you either. I don't give them to other people either. There's no waste. Who cares? Move on. That's in the past. Let's go forth. And I'm not holding it against you either. It's like get over it. Who cares? Some people think I'm doing that old attacking, like, I don't care about your excuses. It's like, no, I literally mean mine too. They're irrelevant. Excuses are something that is meant to explain the past. I don't give a fuck. Let's move forth and keep going. All right? So yeah, no one cares about your pity. And your pity is all your excuses about why you're not where you want to be, why you're not who you want to be, or why you're not achieving such goal in certain time, whatever. No one gives a fuck about your pity. So, go in here with me, right? No one cares about, that's why I say, fair exchange. Hopefully I entertained you throughout this stuff and gave you some anecdotes that you can maybe take away for your own life. But why should you, I do not expect anyone in the world to care about my pity bullshit. Who cares? Oh, you drink a little bit too much or whatever. Look at my life. I have a great life, and so do most people. I'm not going to say you because I don't know. I don't want to be insensitive to other people, but I have a great life, and I have nothing to truly complain about. And if I even did, this is the truth. This is the truth too. The human mind is not made to care about other people in such ways that we decide to care about people, right? We're designed to care about our own survival. And yes, social connections are a part of our survival because emotional and mental health is a huge part of our overall well-being, right? So we will use other people to be characters in our own story, but we're not going to find a character and make a whole story about them. That's not what our life's about. Our life's about ourselves. We're built that way. It's okay. I think I talked about many times how like even the nicest things you do, like volunteering, it's for yourself. It's a selfish thing. You have to find things that in the most selfless, in the most unselfish light, you can help the most people, right? But still, you do that because it makes you feel good. If that didn't make you feel good, you would not volunteer. You do it for your own dopamine and serotonin, which are the pleasure and happy neurotransmitters. You do it for the release of that. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You love your boyfriend not because of who your boyfriend is, because your boyfriend, is cool. Your boyfriend makes you happy. Your boyfriend makes you feel good. And that's awesome. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything bad about it, Like it's love. I shouldn't even say that. It's love, but and that's why it's important to love yourself and know that everything needs to come in internal. Cliche. Shut the fuck up. But it needs to literally become from inside. If you don't love yourself, you're never going to have the ability to love somebody else. If you can't judge yourself, you don't have the right to look at, you will judge everybody else, but you don't have the right to judge anybody else, right? If you're not secure with yourself, you will find insecurities through anybody. No, I shouldn't say that. I don't even know where I'm going with that. But everything's got to be internal. It's all got to be internalized. And so, you got to be the one who cares about your stupid little pity, because it does matter to you. It does. I'm not trying to take that away, because my little shit does matter to me. That's serious stuff, right? I mean, I have a great life now, but you think about those actions, right, that I've been doing these last few weeks. I'd say it's been about, like I said, 16 days without sun, and now that's 6 days ago, and now these last few days have been nice, but it was 20 days of 3 hours until these last 2 days decided to have something good. So, not doing well. Wasn't doing well. And still, you don't get enough sun. I don't get enough sun, and vitamin D can help, but that's it. It helps. It's a good starting point, but it doesn't, fix it all. There's no one fix for everything. And there's no such thing as a real fix, right? There's no such thing as a solution, just a trade-off. So, it's got to be you. You have to care about your little stuff. Right? You got to care about your micro stuff. Don't burden other people. And I really do feel that way. But however, what I mean by that is you have this social exchange with people you're closest to. You have this social exchange of burdency. You say, I can burden you every now and again with my small bullshit, and you can burden me. We're friends. We're family. We're significant others, XYZ. You can't do that on the internet. People do, but no one gives a fuck. That's why you get roasted, because no one cares. And you're boring. You're boring. That's the first thing. They're bored of you. I'm bored of you, baby. Get off, So that's the big thing, and no one really cares about you. And then you're just so, just pity, dude. And that's why that's going back to it. I think I talked about earlier how school's going well, grades-wise, but I'm so ready to be done, because in the academia world, I do mean to stereotype this. They are, they tend to be more liberal, right? They tend to be more, not conservative. They tend to be more blue, self-righteous, PC, XYZ. And I had 2 classes this last semester. Oh my God. And it's continuing into this semester for communications. They're just bitch circles. They're legit just bitch circles. There are these most extremely privileged people like myself, right? There's like 16 of us. And when it's my time to talk, this is all I go, I'm doing great. Everything's going well. I'm struggling here and there with these little things, but at the end of the day, everything's going great. I'm loving myself, loving life. And everybody, that's what I say. 1 out of 15. The other 14 are like, this problem. No one gives a flying shit. Carol, Karen, Sharon, Laren, McLaren, no one cares. Really, nobody cares. And then they all would the teacher would get at the end oh my God, I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad we did this, and all of us, we are, we're coming together and loving one another. And I'm like, shut. Oh, dude, Literally, she's like, oh, I know this is so important for us to be here at this time. I'm like, but no one got anything out of this. Everyone just got the ability to bitch. Nobody got anything real out of this. No one got anecdotes to take home. No one got remedies to take with them. No one helped each other out by saying, hey, XYZ, or methods I used to do, maybe that can help you, or even, hey, maybe this is a better way to look at it. Here's a better perspective, better lens. No, it was just bitch, complain, bitching, complain, over and over again. It was so sickening. I literally would be jittering in my freaking chair in here like this, and then I would I always had the mute on, right? So I would literally put the mute on, and I would cover my mouth like this, and I'll be like, like, it would make me so mad. They're so privileged, folks. A lot of them are so privileged. They haven't had a real struggle in their entire life, and they think they have a struggle because they have 12 credits and they have to work 20 hours. Oh my God! I only have enough time for 3, right, class? Not 4. You're so... Woo! How have y'all been? How's everybody been recently? Because I think you can tell how I've been. And then it's just sickening that I can't get out and be social with people that I like to be social. People that I don't hang around people who bitch like that. I don't hang around negative Nellies. And literally, no offense, but it seemed for that class, and the next class I had was 30 people, and it was very similar to, it was just a legit, it was a listening class is what it was. And so what we did every week was just go around and listen, practice our listening skills. And God, people just bitching. They think they have these real problems. They talk about all these love and belonging and esteem problems, which matter, yes. But if you know Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that's up top there, right? You got to worry about these bottom problems first, which are real problems. Your physiological needs and your safety needs, right? So food, water, shelter. And then personal security, employment, XYZ. If you got those ones, shut the fuck up. No, the rest above those are all pity. Nobody cares if you're not the greatest comedian, right? No one gives a fuck. Can you pay your bills? Cool. Then no one gives a shit. Get out of here and find somebody else. Hopefully you have somebody close to you that you can bitch to. But find somebody else who does care, because nobody here does, and nobody should. No one should have. Who do you think you are to have the audacity to think your time and your energy should be burdened, able to burden others, but hey man, everyone should listen to my problems, and I got some real problems. Everyone should help me fix my problems. Those aren't real problems. And now as you see, if you listen to this whole thing, like, was he really bitching about, as you said at the bottom there, physiological need and safety needs, food, water, shelter, personal security, resources, health, property, employment, XYZ. Those are real problems. Those are not the ones I'm talking about. I hope you've gotten that. If you don't, Jesus, pick up a book. Like, people, that's what we got to do now, folks. I know we talk about it a lot, but somebody just read a little bit. Just start reading a little bit. But anyway, at the bottom there, those are some real freaking needs. Outside of that, that's all up to you, folks. Don't burden anybody else. Don't burden thy neighbor with that. But if you have I'm not saying, the only one to burden is your close friends. If you have that social burden-see exchange that I just made up, and you know what I'm saying? If you literally just like, hey man, like my mother, I bought, no, that's me. I only burden her. And I feel guilty about that. Because I feel like sometimes it drains on her so much, and I don't give her the ability to drain on me, which maybe is actually a healthy son, and I don't know what you have, but that's maybe actually a decently healthy mother-son, because, what if she has issues that, shouldn't be explained to me? What if she has issues with someone in the family? My siblings, she shouldn't be coming to me about those problems, But I can go up to her because that's complaining up. She's the mediator. So then she comes in and says, everybody settle down. And then puts everybody in line. She used to make us, anyone else have the mom that used to make you hug? Oh yeah, now we're older and we don't fight like that. We don't treat each other like that no more, but we had to be forced to hug, and is that just cringy? Just you're just like, you hate it, man. It felt like the most forced, cringiest thing in the fucking world. I don't know where that tangent went off to, but I know it started with pity and about and why I say that. One, I'm telling you this because it worked for me. because nobody cares. People actually wanted to stop hanging out with me because I would burden everybody with my pity. Everybody with my pities. You know, I literally burden everybody. And by doing that, I'm not giving myself a chance. I think I talked about it in a few podcasts many times ago, but my friend was talking about mental health and not just mental health, anything, you know. He's talking about mental health. He's talking about depression. And he thinks he heard it from Jim Carrey, but it was a quote from somebody like that. And it said the thing that if you're depressed, you're sad, that's real. That's bad, XYZ. If you're having pity, right, you're having these problems about esteem and love and belonging. Do you have friendships? Do you have connections? XYZ, these bullshit problems. I'm putting quotes because they're kind of bullshit, right? They're not really real. They're in your head. So if you're not feeling those, but you're just sitting and burdening everybody else, you're just having a bitch fest, a spit fest, a spat fest where you're not even giving anybody anecdotes, you're not even learning anything, you're just literally complaining, right? Which is Twitter, Facebook. It's not healthy at all. You're not learning anything. You're not developing skills, you know. You're not giving yourself a chance. You're just sitting in your darkness. You maybe have an idea what the light can look like. You maybe even will see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you're not moving, you know, shit, that light may even be moving away. So you have to pick up pace. You got to go 2 times faster to actually catch up to it because that light's always moving and fading. And you can get further and further in darkness if you just sit. You have to give yourself a fucking chance. And I was never giving myself a chance for years. Didn't know that. So maybe, you know, this is your wake up call, San Diego, to tell you to check yourself in the mirror. Hopefully, I pray to God that you have somebody that can help you. Because, you know, mama was like, what the fuck's going on? We're going to whip some ass up in this shit. You know, I'm glad she didn't grab my ear. She used to yank the fuck out of my ear. I got look like Dumbo on this ear and looking like, you know, like a freaking whatever, elf or some crippled ear over here. She used to yank that. I turned to Dumbo. I looked, just start flying away. Literally. Crazy stuff. But, you know, thank you guys for tuning into the Marshal Kramer Show. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit. Dawson Pittman or Tate Weisier Jordan or somebody else. It may even just be me for the next show. Until then, skip it, teedle doot. See y'all next time.